Okay, this is A Life Fled in Mysterious Charm, visual storytelling. This is the first story of a series of stories to come about my life as a street performer to date. Now, the first story I want to tell you is about a homeless man I met in Dublin. This was at the beginning of my journey as a street performer. And this particular character I see as a milestone character in all the characters I've met to date. So when I started street performing, I was street performing in Dublin for about 3 months. Then I took off to Edinburgh, Scotland, to meet better street performers, to learn how to be a real street performer. Now I'm going to tell you the story about just the day before I left for Edinburgh. Let me take you back about 4 years. I was a new street performer and I was doing my street show in Dublin. And when you're working on the street, you meet all types of characters, rich, poor, and everything in between. And a lot of the time I used to get a lot of hassle from homeless people. They'd walk into my show and they'd beg for money and etc, etc, and I kind of felt kind of resentful towards them. But I was soon to realise that in everything there's good people and there's bad people. There's good cops, there's bad cops, there's good homeless people, there's bad homeless people, and of course there's good street performers and there's bad street performers. Now, when I was doing my shows, this particular character used to kind of come up and hang around. And when you're doing a show on the street, it's important to kind of aspire to walk with giants, but never lose the common touch, is the best way to put it. You know, to be respectful to everyone around you without being dragged down. So this guy seemed like a nice guy, and after a while I quickly found that he wasn't interested in getting money out of me. He just wanted someone to talk to, so I just listened to what he had to say. And he told me about his life story, his tragic life story, and you know, he tried to kill himself several times. And seemed like a really nice guy, you know. Really unfortunate character. But it was the day before I left for Edinburgh I really discovered how genuine this guy was, and really made me see life from a different perspective. So I was standing on the pitch doing my show. I think I had done one show, and this guy turned up that, you know, he used to come hang around the show every now and then. You know, it wouldn't be a regular thing, just every now and then. And he turned up and he was there. He had a bag of cans with him. And next thing is it started raining. The heavens opened and it started pouring. So me and him got out of the rain. We walked into this lane beside the pitch, and we were just standing in the lane looking out onto the street, you know, and the rain was running off the drain pipes and lashing down. It was really pouring down. And you know, I told him that I was going to Edinburgh the next day. So he said, since you're going to Edinburgh tomorrow and I won't ever talk to you again, why don't you have a can with me? And at first I said no, but I kind of trusted my instincts, and I said, yeah, I'll have a can with this guy. This guy seems cool, you know. So we got a can, and we just kind of sat down, and from the laneway we just kind of watched the world go by, and they were his words, not mine. Which I found quite interesting, that he kind of had this philosopher outlook on life. He said, isn't it incredible just sitting here looking at everyone rushing around like worker bees? And it was really interesting to see life from a homeless person's perspective, because it was almost like my life was standing still and I could see everyone else rushing around. And you know, when you get caught up in life, you can never really see that, and I could really see it from that perspective. And it was really nice. It was a really enjoyable moment drinking that can. So anyway, I finished the can, and I told him that, nice meeting you, I'm going to head off. I'm going to head off to Edinburgh on my journey to become a street performer. And he said, listen, thanks for listening to me, I really appreciate that. And he gave me a little cross as kind of good luck, so to speak. Now, the fact it's a cross has no significance. It could have been a stone, it could have been a dog tag, it could have been anything, but it just happened to be a cross, and I still have this, and I still keep it with me in my performance case, you know. And I thought it was a real genuine gift, because you know, sometimes people will give you something in order to manipulate you, but he knew that we would never talk again. It was a real genuine gift just to wish me well, and I just have to tell that story because, you know, stories like this don't get told, and it was something that really, it's a character I've met that really stands out in my mind. And I've met lots more characters to come. So this was the start of my journey as a street performer, the first milestone character.